Today, the topic is data utilization and entity modeling. With this video, you should be able to really understand why you need the Data Product Toolkit to really design and generate value out of your data, and why this is essential for business decision makers to understand. Many times when talking about data, companies are talking about individual systems or data sources. We know a lot of companies that have dozens or even several hundred IT systems or data warehouses where corporate data is stored. This multi-level, fragmented, and often technically described entity prevents organizations from modeling the data structure properly. If we divide a company into logical levels, one easy way to understand the whole is a 5-tier model consisting of a technology layer, an application and solution layer, a data layer, a business layer, and a customer layer. Very often, IT departments and organizations are capable of describing what technologies, web implementations, or hosting solutions the technical environment consists of. This is called the technology layer. In many cases, the application, solutions, and other IT system layers can also be easily modeled, although very rarely this documentation is up to date and perhaps contains only the name and purpose of the system but not, for example, what data the system utilizes and stores. Typically platforms and API networks fall into this layer. The business layer is also often described by business units, but the challenge for them is that they do not have a business-driven model to exploit data and build data products from it, but also a simple model to understand what data a company has and how it is logically constructed. The customer level focuses on the value proposition, service design, and customer experience, which are one of the key focus areas for any business. However, service design and other models are often focusing on providing the best customer value and experience but don't have any perception of data and how it's supposed to be used in order to serve customers better. Data is stored and utilized in a technical environment for business needs. The data layer thus works for the value-added asset for business, so it is important that business management has sufficient expertise and tools for them to understand the data layer. As you can clearly see, there is no comprehensive way to describe and structure your data and base your business on it. That's why your business decision makers need to understand data and how it can be used on such non-technical layers. Many attempts to use data are planned on a process or service-specific basis, but we think these are too large entities, leaving the real data potential untapped. Data usage should be modeled on a case-by-case basis for minimal purposes and functions, and individual data-driven functions should be considered. When data use cases are not dynamically designed, modeled, and built from small pieces, oversized pieces are handled inefficiently and poorly in an understandable way. This also helps companies build their business step by step, rather than caressing the whole world. An example of this could be an industrial process where a production line consists of 5 to 10 different robots and can be connected to several other data sources such as ERP system, customer information system, invoicing, or logistics. In this case, we are already in a situation where we understand on a logical level how data is formed as a whole but do not understand how it could be utilized and what value it produces. This kind of too high-level thinking leads companies to model data usage to systems and solutions, not data products inside them. A better way to model data usage would be a logical data structure with our Data Product Toolkit based on business value and very small use cases that are linked together seamlessly. The idea is to model the logical connections between functions and business needs containing different data, the actual content, and how these are forming data products for competitive advantage. Check out our Data Product Toolkit at www.dataproductbusiness.com.